What is going on in the Lakewood Ranch real estate market? Hey, it's Sean Reddy, Keller Williams Reddy Group, and this is Lakewood Ranch Market in a Minutes. We're going to take a few minutes to discuss the year-over-year and month-over-month and longer-term trend lines of the Lakewood Ranch real estate market. And this is a very data-driven approach where we're just talking through it. It's not scripted, kind of going off the cuff, and there is a ton of metrics, in fact 9 key metrics of the health of the real estate market here in Lakewood Ranch. Reason we make this is to empower people to use this data to their advantage when they are transacting in the Lakewood Ranch real estate market, whether you're buying a home, selling a home, or selling a home to buy another home. Put this data to work for you, and we'll tell you how. Just stay tuned to the end of the video, because there are metrics that are moving in favor of buyers. There are metrics that are moving in favor of sellers. And we'll talk specifically about, again, how to put that to work for you if you fall into any one of those scenarios. So first things first, again, 9 key metrics, looking at average and median days on market, looking at new listings, looking at available homes, which is total inventory of the market, how many homes went under contract, how many closed, what the average selling price was, what the median price was, and finally, median sold price to list price ratio, or as I call it, the leverage factor, who holds the leverage in the transaction. So the red shading indicates that metric moved in favor of buyers. The green indicates that it moved in favor of sellers. Now look at last month. This is February of 26. All but one moved in favor of sellers. And I had people reach out like, hey, seller's market? And I said, hey, no, yet metrics are moving towards you right now, not into it. Now, we fast forward to March, and it's about a 50-50 split. We had some revert back in towards, I don't want to call it buyer's market or seller's market territory. Neither exists. It's, if anything, we're going to call it a balanced market, yet these metrics do move every single month in favor of one or the other. All right, so let's get into it specifically with the largest moving metric first, which is closed sales that jumped 73% in the month of March. Now, did not see that coming because closed sales this month, typically meant it went under contract last month, yet last month only saw a 5% increase in new contracts. Month before did see a 33% increase in new contracts. But as you know, here in Lakewood Ranch, there is a lot of new construction that could have gone under contract 6, 9, 12 months ago. So my suspicion is a lot of that cleared out, meaning it closed in the month of March. So to put that in numbers, last month there were 162 closed sales, which jumped to 280 in the month of March. So again, 41. Not there yet, 73% increase in purchase contracts. Now 41% increase in new purchase contracts. I misspoke. 73% increase in closed sales and a 41% increase in purchase contracts. So those two metrics right there indicate that buyers be buying and they be closing on homes. The other green moving metrics, average days on market dropped by 4, which equates to a 5.6% decrease in market times. That is the third straight monthly decrease in average market time. However, median market time went up by a day, so broke the streak there. With purchase contracts, I'm gonna go back there for a minute. That's 3 straight increases, monthly increases in purchase contracts, 2 straight monthly increases in closed sales. Also up for this third straight month is available homes. So we are seeing more contract activity, yet we are seeing more homes come to market. We are seeing more homes stay on market. In fact, a 10.5% increase in new listings helped contribute to that 6.5% increase in total inventory, which as of April 1st is above 800. And we'll get into some longer term perspective to see last time there were 800 plus homes available for sale in Lakewood Ranch. Let's go to price. Everyone wants to go there anyways. Average price up by 6.7%, third straight increase. Median price up by 6.8%, second straight increase. Now, before you pop the champagne, just want to lets you know that that only measures the homes that closed in March compared to the homes that closed in February. That's not necessarily indicative of overall values across the board. However, that is a nice month-over-month increase, bringing the average to 845 and the median to 625. Last thing here, this is median sold price as compared to the final median asking price. Not the original, the final. Who holds the cards in the negotiation? Or again, as I call it, the leverage factor. That went down by 1.3%. So that's not an insignificant number. That means the median closing is settling for almost 4% under the final last asking price, which is a pretty good chunk in the grand scheme of things. Now, what does this look like year over year? Let's go there next. A lot of green. Good amount of green. So we'll start with the red first. New listings did increase year over year. When I say year over year, I don't mean to date. I just mean the month of March last year, the month of March this year. Yet new listings up by 13, not a big number, but 4.3%. And then that leverage factor ratio down by about 0.5%. The rest all moving in favor of sellers. Market times down, the average is down 30%. The median is down 45%. Available homes down 17%. That's a chunk. New purchase contracts up 41%. Coincidentally enough, they were up 41% month over month, but also year over year as well. Closed sales up 33.3%. That's probably a repeating bar. I just didn't take it out that far. Average price up 12, almost 12.5%. Median price up 11%. Now taking that, let's look at that from a standpoint of a little bit longer time horizon so we get a better comparison. This is going to take us back 2 years and show every single month just plotted out. I know it's not pretty, nor am I, but the data is the data. So average and median market times, average in the blue, median in the red. You can see that we peaked out around summertime last year. I guess, getting into kind of the thick of hurricane season that thankfully was quiet, and hopefully another one this year. And we can see a steady downward trend ever since then. Stay tuned to see if that continues. Now this is going to show us total inventory in the red. How many homes are on the market total in Lakewood Ranch? It's also going to show us how many new listings hit the market every single month in the blue, and how many homes went under contract in the yellow. And the key here is, if this gap between the red and the yellow is extremely wide, and you are a seller who is not necessarily attractively priced, the market's going to feel like a death roll to you. Like extremely slow, no showings, no activity whatsoever on your home. It's because, and I'm just going to use a year ago, March 2025, 227 homes went under contract versus 969 on the market. That's a lot of competition fighting for not a lot of buyers. But as that starts to narrow, that gap, the market's going to feel a little faster. The velocity will feel different. You'll see more showings. You'll see more competing offers. There's not been a huge close in that gap over the last couple of months. Both have been moving upwards to kind of in lockstep. But the key is going to be this blue one here. If that stays relatively flat, meaning more homes aren't getting added to the market, then as long as yellow continues to move up, red should move down and that gap tightens a little bit. We'll see how that plays out over the next month or two. Closed sales. Again, huge pop. Could potentially, again, a lot of new builds here, so potentially coincide with end of quarter. Who knows? Yet 280, highest on this relatively short record here. Average and median price. Flat. Best way to describe it. Yes, there are some peaks and troughs. Yes, there can be any given month where there's a massive, $7 million lake club home that sells that brings the average up and the median up as well. Yet overall, expect this to be relatively flat with random little peaks and troughs here and there for the foreseeable future. Finally, median sold price to list price ratio, that leverage factor, continues to move downwards, giving buyers a little bit more upper hand in the negotiations. So there you have it. That's what's going on in the Lakewood Ranch real estate market. Now that's across, all 23 whatever villages and across all property types and all price points. So condos included. Best way to use this. Again, if you are in the market, you're selling a home or you're buying a home, or you're doing both at the same time, you're selling a home to buy another home, upsizing, downsizing, whatever, it's best to really zoom in on your specific neighborhood or village, your specific price point, and run this data across that. And if you have somebody who understands how to do that, it's pretty easy. If you don't, I'm your man, let me know. Happy to run it to your specific scenario so that you can take these metrics and use them to your advantage. Again, Sean Reddy of the Keller Williams Reddy Group. Really appreciate you watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if this hit you. I would hope it does if you've watched this far. And stay tuned for this same segment next month. Take care.